Hello to you all, wonderful grade 10 mindsetters. Welcome to another great session where we're about to revise your favorite subject, of course, which is mathematics. My name is AB Abram, and I'm not alone. I'm with Mr. Sihle. How's it, bro?
Sure,
Okay,
I'm good. How are you?
And I'm sharp, Baba.
Good,
It's a
man.
Monday. We're doing maths. How does that feel?
It feels immediate. It feels good.
Killer one right there. What are we doing
Sure.
today?
We're doing some probability and stats, grade 10.
All right, nice one. Tell you about more revision. We have partnered with Samsung to give you the Learn Extra exam marathon competition, which is all about going the distance together with you, mindsetters. Now, if you have a Samsung tablet, you can go to the Learning Hub and access some material that we have from Mindset, the revision packages that we have. As you can see, I have my own stuff in my own library that I have downloaded. It's such a nice Learning Hub with great tools and great packages of your revision that you'd like to get. They're free stuff also, but you can also buy so many stuff. But if you don't have a fancy Samsung tablet, a nice one that is current, don't stress. We're here for you. As Mindset, we're giving you a chance to enter for the competition by simply downloading your notes on the link that I'll post on Facebook. Then fill in an entry form on mindset.co.za/learn/win, and you could stand a chance of winning one of 3 Samsung tablets, one of 3 Samsung tabs, and 1 Galaxy Note 8.0. Already we've given away 2 since we are now on leg 3. So all the best. I might give you the race number depending on how I see you guys on the page. So if you guys push me to the limit to give you the race number, I'll give you the race number because you need it as your access. Otherwise, enough talking. Let's get to some revision.
Thank you. Some revision, grade 10s. Let's just go straight to some maths. Thank you. We have the first question here, which is a probability question. It says, what expression best represents the shaded area of the following Venn diagram? So you've got a Venn diagram. You have the shaded area here. You've got A, B, so those two, they intersect, okay? So this is A and B. Or what you can do is this is A intersecting with B. So that is a very quick 1 mark, all right? So now we go on to the next one, right? So now we can see that this is the shaded region outside, but A is here, so this is not A. So it's not A, or what you can say is not A. So because this part is not the shaded one. All right. So now that was the very quick first two marks. Now, state which of the following sets of events is mutually exclusive, right? Remember, they cannot happen at the same time, so it's mutually exclusive. Now, we've got the learners in grade 10 in the swimming team, the learners in grade 10 again in the debating team. So that can happen at the same time. Now we look at the learners who take maths in grade 10 and learners take physics in grade 10. So if we go back to B, we've got learners in grade 8 and learners in grade 12. So this is the one that is mutually exclusive. Okay, right. So now we move on to the next question. Just want you to listen very carefully on this one. We have to do some Venn diagram as well. Right, let's read the question first. In a class of 40 learners, the following information is true, right? Okay, so you've got 7 learners which are left-handed, and then you've got 4 learners, 18 learners that play soccer, and 4 learners playing soccer and also left-handed, okay? And all 40 learners are either right-handed or left-handed. That's obvious. Okay, let L be the set of all left-handed people and S be the set of all learners who play soccer. So we've got left-handed and the ones who play soccer. Now, we need to draw a Venn diagram, right? So now, we have a Venn diagram. Okay, it looks like someone's head. It's not Abram's. Okay, right? So you've got your Venn diagram saying this is left-handed, and then these guys are left-handed and also playing soccer. So you've got, now we go back to the information. They're saying 4 learners play soccer, and they also left-handed. Now, they play soccer. Let me just check change the color. They play soccer, right? Okay, and they are also left-handed. So it's here. So these learners, we've got 4 learners playing soccer and also left-handed, right? Now, again, now we go back to the information again. We have 7 learners who are left-handed. But already here, let's just look at the information. 7 learners are left-handed, 18 play soccer. So we've got 7 learners who are left-handed. We already taken 4, so we're left with 3. So 3 learners plus 4 gives us 7 in total that are left-handed. Okay, now we go to the ones who are playing soccer and also left-handed. It says 18, but I've used 4, so I'm left with 14, right? And then now, but guys, remember, they're saying it's 40 learners in a class, right? So you've got 40 learners in total, but you already have 4 plus 14, which is 18 plus 3, that's 21. Now, 40 minus 21, we get 19 learners who can be right-handed and do not play soccer. All right. So now, so we have our Venn diagram, which is your 4 marks there. And then now, the question is, how many learners in a class are right-handed and do not play soccer? Now remember, the Venn diagram, we had learners who are left-handed and also playing soccer, which gave us 21. So the remainder is the right-handed and also not playing soccer, which is what we have calculated there as well. It is 19. So your answer here will be 19. All right? So now we move on. Find the probability that Elena is left-handed or plays soccer. Okay, so we've got probability of Elena that is left-handed or playing soccer is. Now, watch guys, if we look at our Venn diagram, these learners have got 3 learners who are left-handed plus 4, which is 7, and that is 14 learners playing soccer plus 4 left-handed. So we need to add all of this, so it's 3 plus 4 plus 14. So let's work it out. So we've got 3 plus 4 plus 14, but in total, how many learners are there? We've got 40 learners. So work it out quickly. 14 plus 4 plus 3, that is 21 out of 40. So the probability that the learners are left-handed or play soccer is 21 out of 40. Now, we've got the probability that learners are right-handed and play soccer. Right now, this is a tricky one. Now, let's go back. We've got left-handed is 3. Okay, we have left-handed, which is 3. And okay, we need right-handed learners and playing soccer. So we worked it out quickly. So you've got the right-handed. So the remainder of the learners here, so we had 14. So 14 learners, they play soccer, right? So 14 play soccer, but the other 4 play soccer and they're also left-handed. So in other words, we've got 18 there which play soccer. The remainder, this part, which is 14, they are right-handed. So we've got 14 learners out of that 40, right? So this is the probability of learners being right-handed and play soccer. So you've got that, which simplifies to 14 divided by 40. That is 7 out of 20. All right. So I hope that one helps. So you've got 7 out of 20 learners that play soccer and they are right-handed. All right. So now the next question, which is a stats question. It says here, a baker keeps a record of the number of scones that he sells each day. The data of 19 days is shown below. Now, guys, we need to work out the mean of the given data. How do we work out the mean of the given data? Thank you very much. At home, so we're going to add all of these numbers because they appear, there's 19 of them, so we're going to divide the sum by 19. But you can also do it using your calculator. Now what you do is you go to your stat mode, right? So it's mode 2, all right? And then you go to 1. Now just push it here. I don't have some space here. All right. So now we enter all these numbers. We've got 31, 36, we have 62, we've got 74, we have 65, 63, 37, 46, 40, 52, 48, 39, and then we had, that was 74 and 52. All right, so we've got 65, 48, 63, 39, 60, 43, 34. I think I've taken, yes. All right, let's just see. All right, guys, what I'm trying to do here, it's like it looks like I've repeated some of the numbers, but what you do, you take all the data, and then after that, what you do is you go to your AC, right, and then you go to Shift, and then Stat, and then you go to your variance 4, and then 2, and then you get your mean, right? So in this case, it's not going to work out because I seem to have taken all the numbers. I've repeated some of the numbers. All right. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do at home, I'll work your mean here. I'm going to ask you to arrange these numbers, which is the next question. Arrange the numbers from the smallest to the highest, so in an ascending order. And from there, you work out what the median is. All right? So the median is going to be the middle number. Abram, do you want to talk to them?
Yes. Let's take a break. Don't you feel like taking a break?
Let's take it. Let's take it.
All right, my sisters, let me remind you firstly before we take that break that if you're struggling, go to our Mix It help desk. And now we have a new apps on Facebook. I'll post the link, of which is also a help desk that is built in on Facebook. You simply go to it and also see some FAQs on that Facebook app. Otherwise, we'll see you after the break. Welcome back, awesome grade 10 Mindsetters. I love the interaction on the page, and welcome to all the Mindsetters that are tuning in. Apiwe, Sanele, and this unique name that is on Facebook, I can't even pronounce it, but I can try. It's Martinic, yeah. Martinic, I hope I pronounced your name. A shout out to you, Martinic, with a unique name. Right, let's continue there.
All right, let's just continue. Martinic. Okay, guys, so I've arranged the data for you from the smallest to the highest. Right? So you started with 31 up to 74. Now, I asked you to work out what the median is. So the median number in this case is 46. We've got 19 numbers there. Okay, that's a set of data. So there are 19. So the middle number will be on 10, and then the left will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So you've got 9 numbers on the left. So this is our median, right? On the left, halfway through the left part, we get our quartile 1. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So number 5 will be our quartile 1. And then the right, so the middle one on the right part, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So this will be your quartile 3. So you've got your median, which is 46, quartile 1, that is 37, and then quartile 3 is 62. Now, they're asking you of the lower and upper quartile. So they need you to find quartile 1 and also quartile 3. So we've already worked it out. So quartile 1 is 37 and quartile 3 is 62. Right. So now we've got all that. So now they're asking us to draw the box and whisker diagram to represent the data. Now remember, with the box and whisker diagram, we're going to have our minimum, the maximum, quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3 for that 2 marks. Right. So now you've got it in a scale, guys. So let's say we have this, say for instance, what's our first number? It's 31. So we can have 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Now, the minimum, let me just write all these numbers that we've got for the box and whisker. The minimum is 31. The maximum is 74, right? So minimum is 31, maximum is 74. Now, and then next we have quartile 1, which is 37, quartile 3 is 62. Quartile 1 is 37, quartile 3 is 62. And we have the median, which is 46. So you've got your median, quartile 2 is 46, all right? So you've got quartile 2, which is 46. Now we just need to represent this data on our box and whisker diagram. So the minimum is 31. So just change the color. The minimum is 31. So I've got the minimum. This is our minimum, which is 31. All right, so you can have it here. That's your 31. Okay, and then maximum is 74. So you go to, this is 75, so it's lightly there, right, before 75. And then our quartile 1 is 37, so 37 is before 40, for 40, right, for 40, before 40. So you've got quartile 2 is 46, and then quartile 3. So we've got 46 here, which is our median, and then this other one is 62. Then you just join those two. So you've got your box and whisker diagram. So you've got your minimum, quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3, and your maximum. Okay, right. Now, guys, we move on to the next question, right? Now, our next question says, it's still a stats question. Traffic authorities are concerned that heavy vehicles, which is your trucks, are often overloaded, right? In order to deal with this problem, a number of weight bridges have been set up along the major routes in South Africa. The gross total vehicle mass is measured at these weight bridges. The histogram below shows the data collected at the weight bridge over a month. Okay. Now, write down the model class of the data. Now, let's look at this data, guys. You've got between 2,500 to 4,500 mass of vehicles in kilogram, but the frequency is 103. Between 4,500 and 6.5, the frequency is 1970, between 65 and 85, and 77, 85, and 99. So the one that has got a highest frequency is our model class, which in this case is between 2,500, starting from 2,500 to 4,500. So your X is between, including 2,500 and 4,500. So our model class is between 2,500 and 4,500. Now, guys, we have the next question whereby we need to estimate the mean gross vehicle mass for the month. So we need to calculate the mean here, but we need to do some little bit of working, all right? So we go back, we look at our data. So we've got the mass of vehicle. This is our gross vehicle mass. So you've got it in a table form. Gross vehicle mass in kilograms, all right? So we have our info there. Now we're starting from 2.5 to 14.5. So you've got 25,000, 25,000, between that 45,000, and then 45, and the next one is 6500. So we've got 6500, 6500, right? And the next one is 85,105. So 8500, and then 10500, right? And then the last, you've got 125 and 14.5, right? 125, 14, 5. Okay, so this is not including that. So you've got your x between, as I'm trying to get this as quick as possible. So you've got your 85, 8,500, 105,000, and then this is 125,000. Okay, now guys, from here we work out what our frequency is. So you've got your frequency, right? Now you go back to your table there, your histogram. You've got 103, 1970, 103, 1970. We go up again. 77, 85, 99, 77, 77, 85, 99. Now, next, guys, we need to work out our median, right? So you've got your, need to find your median, your midpoint, right? Now, our midpoint, how are we going to calculate our midpoint? We have the 25,000 plus the 45,000, right? So you can work it out quickly. You've got 30 plus that, that's 70, so you have 3,500, right? So it's 3,500. And then here, you have your 65 plus 45, which is 50, 110 divided by 2, that's 5,500. And then here you've got 85 plus 65, that's 70, plus then you get your, is it 75, right? You've got your 85 plus 70, it's 15, so it's 7500. Now, guys, I'm assuming you're working this out at home, so I'm going to have 105 plus 85 and then divide by 2, so I get 9500. And then next, I will have 90, so let me just get my calculator quickly. Which one am I working? 125 plus 105. So we've got 125 plus 105. This is divided by 2. We get 115. So we have 115, 11500, and then this will be 13500. Now, guys, after this, you say your frequency times your midpoint, right? So you're going to do that quick at home, where you've got your frequency and your midpoint. So let's just work it out quickly. We have 103 times 3500. We get 360,500. So you have 360,500. Okay, and then our next one, we've got 5500 times 19, 104,500. So we've got 104,500. And then the next one will be 75 times 70. We get 525, 525, 123. And then next, we've got 9500 times the 77, 731,500, 731,500. And then we've got, we're almost there, guys. We have 11500, 11500 times 85, which gives us 9775, 977500. And then our last one will be 135 times the 99. 13500. It's 13365. 13365. 1336500. Now, guys, I've done too much talking here. So we've got our frequency and the midpoint. When you multiply them out, you get all those numbers. And then now we need to work out the total. So you've got your total. You need to add all these numbers, guys. So you need to add all your frequency. So I've got the frequency, which is, in this case, 103 plus 19 plus 70 plus 77 plus 85 plus 99, which gives us 453, right? So 453. Now, guys, to calculate your mean now, which is our last part, we need to work your midpoint times your frequency. So you add all these numbers, and then you divide by 453, and then you get your mean. So quickly do that at home. You add all those numbers so you get all your sum. This is your sum, and then you divide by 453. I'll be waiting from you. Thank you.
Right, mindsetters, as we're waiting for your answer, make sure that you calculate, and then let me not disturb you by giving you too much information. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back, mindsetters. Now let's see your answers if they are correct. Sir?
Okay, what are the answers now?
With so much calculation.
You're too much calculations. What are they?
Please post them now that you're done calculating. I'm just going to refresh and see if the mindsetters have given me any answers. But so far, great show. As they're saying, memo report, they're saying I'm enjoying the show. Enjoy the show and learn more with us. Okay, here are the answers. Nomfundo Tandega, Jessica Gianna says, it's 8908.39 kg. That's the answer.
8908
39 kg.
39, okay.
Yes. And then, I think it's the previous question. The mean, it's 4.1.
4.1?
Oh, no, the mean on 4.1, sorry.
Yeah.
It's 47.3.
47.3,
Yes.
okay.
That's what I have for now.
All right, guys, thank you very much for guys who are listening and watching attentively. So you've got when you work it out, you get roughly 8,700, right? So somewhere around your 8,908.39. But this is too many numbers, but you have to go step by step and make sure that you're punching all your digits in your calculator. But now we're looking at time, we're rushing, but I'm just showing you how to get to your final mean here. But thank you for you guys who are working attentively. Right, so you add all your numbers there, which is your frequency times your midpoint, and then you divide by 453. Okay, right, now guys, can we move on to the next section? Right, going to read this very slowly. We have a roof of canvas tent is in the shape of a right pyramid, right? Having a perpendicular height of 0.8 meters on a square base. Now, mind you, on a square base, okay? So you've got that. So this is a square base. The length of one side of the base is 3 meters. So the length on one side of the base is 3 meters. Now, guys, calculate the length of AH. Now, you need to go back and look at your diagram there, right? If we look at our diagram, we have AH. I'm just changing the color there. So this is our AH, and we've got something. Okay, let's call this K, right? So now you can all see at home that this is a right angle triangle. So you've got 3 meters all the way. So halfway through, this is 1,5. All right? And then we've got that height, which is this perpendicular AK, which is 0.8 in that case. All right? So this is 0.8. So you have 0.8. Now, guys, we have something like this now. We've got 1,5 and also 0.8. All right? So you've got a right angle triangle. You need to work out what this side is. So you go back to your grade 9, which is you learned about Pythagoras, right? So now, in other words, the length AH, so you're going to have AH all squared equals to the 0.8 squared plus the 1,5, right? So this is a plus the 1,5 all squared, right? Now, your AH at the end of the day will be equals to the square root of 0.8 all squared plus 1 comma 5 all squared. You can see that I've said AH equals to positive square root of 0.8 squared plus 1 comma 5 squared, because the distance can never be negative. Now you take that, you put it in your calculator, so AH will be, now let's work it out together. All right, so guys, we have, take it out of the state mode, we have the square root of, now bracket 0.8 squared plus bracket 1 comma 5 squared, and the square root of that is 1.7. So now, guys, we have AH as 1.7. Now, we have to go back and look at the units. It's in meters, so therefore, the length of AH is 1.7 meters. Right, hope you got that one right. So now next, calculate the surface area of the roof. Now, boys and girls, we're looking at the roof. So you've got that ABC. Let me just draw that your A, C, B. Now, guys, can you see that this part, ABC, okay, let's just take this back. It's in a form of a triangle, all right? So you've got your base, which is 3. Now, watch, this is 3 because it's on a square. Right, so you've got your base is 3, and the slant height is, in that case, 1.7. So you can work out the area of ABC, all right? So now, how do you work the area of a triangle? So you're going to say area equals to half times the base times your height. Now it's half, the base is 3 times the height is 1.7. So you've got 1.7. Now let's work that one out quickly. So you've got 1.7 times 3, right, times half, and then we get, is it 2.55. So we've got the area is 2.55. Now, guys, you all can see that I've only worked out that part, this area of one piece, which is a triangle. But now the whole roof, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4. So now the total, right, the total surface area for the roof. So you've got the total surface area will be 4 times 2.55, which is roughly, so we times that by 4, and then we got 10.2. So this is 10.2. Now remember, we need to get this in units, so it was in meters, so it's square meters, all right? So you've got the total surface area of the roof is 10.2 square meters, all right? Now, we move on to the next part. Again, this is your 2 marks. Right? They're saying now, if the height of the walls of the tent is 2.1 meters, calculate the total amount of canvas required to make the tent if the floor is excluded. Now, let's just look at our picture, guys. We've got this, but we're excluding the floor, all right? So how much canvas? We need to work out the area of the walls, the total surface area of the walls, and also the roof, and then we get the total there. Right, now let's do that. Now, we've got something like this. With your walls, okay, just make one. So this is 2.1, as they're saying. This is our height. And then also, we are told that this is 3 meters. Okay, right. Now, how do we work out the area of, now, you can all see that you've got your 2.1 times the 3. So the area will be 2.1 times 3 there for the first part of the walls, which is roughly, let's work it out quickly, 2.1 times 3, that is 6.3. All right? So we've got 6,3 square meters. But now, this wall is made up of, this tent is made up of 4 walls. So you've got identical walls, this part, and that other part. So that is the same. So you've got 4. So we're going to multiply this by 4. So you've got your 6.3. So the total will be 6.3 times 4, right? Which is 25.2. Now, so the area of the walls will be 25.2. Right, so this is 25.2 square meters. Now, guys, we have not yet answered the question, right? They said if the height of the walls is that, 2,1, calculate the total amount of canvas required to make the tent if the floor is excluded. So we're talking of the whole tent, right? The walls and also the roof. So, but with the roof, we calculated that the total is 10.2. So what we're going to do is we add 10,2 plus the 25,2, right? This is all in square meters. So total canvas will be the 10,2 plus the 25,2, which gives us 35.4 square meters. All right, so we have answered our question there. All right, now, guys, we move on to the next question. All right? Our next question says, a metal ball has a radius of 8 millimeters. Okay? And we need to calculate the volume of metal used to make this ball correct to 2 decimal places. Now you need to remember your formulas. And in this case, we've got the volume will be 4 divided by 3 pi r cubed. So now we have 4 divided by 3 pi. The radius is 8, and this is 2 exponent 3. So now in other words, we've got the volume is 4 divided by 3 pi. So we get that in our calculator. Right? So we have 4 divided by 3 pi, and then your radius is 8 to exponent 3, which gives us that, and rounding off, it's 2,144.66. So you have 22144.66. Now, guys, remember the volume as in cubic units, and we are given that this is in millimeters, so this should be your cubic millimeters. Okay, right. Now, we move on to the next question. Now, if the radius of the ball is doubled, right, so it's going to be 2 times the original. Write down the ratio of the new volume, right, to the original volume. So you've got the new volume to the original volume. All right, this is not your number plates, the NV Fryette and the OV Orange Farm. Right, so you've got the new volume and the original volume. Now, the original volume, let us say the original volume is X. Let original volume be X. All right? So it means that the new volume will be 2x, as it's saying, it's doubled. Now, if, sorry, I'm saying the radius here, the radius is x, and the radius of the second one is 2x. Now we need to work out the volume. We said the formula is 4 divided by 3 pi r cubed, right, as to 4 divided by 3 pi r to exponent 3. We need to work out what is the ratio here. So you've got 4 divided by 3 pi. The radius is 2x, but this is cubed. 4 divided by 3 pi. The radius is x to exponent 3. Right. We get, now, guys, can you see that when you're working out the ratio, remember, you've got it's in the form of division, right? If I'm saying it's 1 is to 2, so I've got 1 divided by 2. So I can divide the left by 4 divided by 3 pi, divided by 4 divided by 3 pi. And now this chows that chows that. So you've got your 8. Now on the left, you've got your 8x cubed is to 1x cubed. Now you divide by x cubed on both sides, so therefore 8 is to 1. Now, so the ratio of the new volume to the old volume is 8 is to 1. All right? So I hope that one helps as well. So we move on to the next question. We have to read it very carefully here. You would like this ball to be silver plated to a thickness of 1 millimeter. Now you've got this ball, so you're putting some silver there, so it's going to be silver plated, and the thickness is 1 millimeters. All right, so it's 1 millimeter. Okay, so now, so it means that your radius has been expanded. All right, so you've got now, this is, your R is now 9 instead of that 8. Okay, right, the original one was 8, and then now the new one is 9. Okay, so now we've got the volume of the new one, so I just say the volume N. So the volume will be 4 divided by 3 pi r cubed, which is 4 divided by 3 pi. The radius is now 9 to exponent 3, and then we work this one out and see what we get. So you've got your 4 divided by 3, and then we have a pi 9 to exponent 3, a pi with a thick base, which is 972 pi, and that is roughly 3053.63. 3053.63. Okay, let's just confirm. Right, now, guys, so we've got the volume now with that silver plated, which is now in, it is still in cubic millimeters. So we've got 3053.63. Now, but guys, answering the question, what is the volume of the silver required? What is the volume of the silver required? So you've got the one with the silver, and you have the original without a silver, so you can work out the silver part. So now we've got a ball like this, right? And now it's got some silver, right? We need to work out the volume there, right? So you'll take the top one, all right, minus, so the outer one minus the inner one, right? So you're going to say, so the volume of silver will be that 353.63 minus, now, minus the original one, which was the one that did not have silver, which is 2144.66. So 2144.66. Now, we need to work that one out quickly. So we've got 3053 minus, no, sorry, this is comma 63 minus 2144.66. And that gives us 908.97. 908.97. So that is 908.97. So now, guys, in other words, the volume of the silver will be 908.97. Just to remind you, how did we calculate that? We worked out the one with the silver, and then we subtracted the one without the silver, so to get that 908.97. Do you want to talk to your mindsetters just a little bit?
Seeing some questions on the page, but also some other mindsetters that are helping one another. But overall, I see the mindsetters are enjoying the show. So as we continue with that, mindsetters, just to check some of the comments, there's Makatini Morgan saying, nice show, I'm really enjoying it. Another mindsetter is giving us some answers. And Michael is saying, wow, thanks guys, this program is really helpful towards the most of us. You make things easier. So let's keep on making things easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just go quickly to some break.
Unfortunately, this is our last segment, so we have to
Oh,
wrap
yes.
things.
Okay. Don't you said we still have some break.
No
All right,
more time.
guys, I just want to go back and work out the mean with you guys here, the one that we left out. Okay, so we are asked to find the mean on the first question. And I wanted to show you how to find the mean using your calculator. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'll work it out because I don't have space. I'll end where there's a 60. Let me just put that so that I'm not going to repeat those numbers. So what you do is, guys, to work out the mean using your calculator, you go to your mode, you go to 2, and then you go to var, which is your variance there, which is number 1, and then you type in your data. So you've got your 31 equals to 36, 62, 74, 65. Abram, please watch so that you can help me here if I don't add all these numbers. 60, 37, 46, 40, 52, 48, 39, 43, right? And then I stopped there, so I'll continue the rest. And then I have 34, 46, 56, 31, and then 66, all right? Now, so I've typed in all those numbers. Now what you do is you go to your AC, and then you say shift, and then there's stat button there, and then you go to 4, which is your variance, and number 2 is your mean. So you've got your 2, which is your mean, and your mean in this case is 48.89. So our mean is 48.89. So this is the mean that you should have calculated. You added all of them, then you divide it by the number that they appear, which is 19, and you've got your 48.89.
And that was the question that was giving them a lot of hassle.
I've sorted it out.
Simply.
It's fixed. It's fixed.
Thank you so much, and that's where we wrap it today. We have to end things, unfortunately. So thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Abram.
Right, and
thank you,
thanks-
listeners.
And thanks to you, Mindsetters, also for tuning in. Remember, if you're still struggling, go to our help desk. We are there to help you. It's also available on Facebook. We have an app that we can help you on. Otherwise, from us to you, we just want to wish you all the best with your studies. Keep learning more with us. Learn more, learn extra. Peace.